Well, hello there, wonderful people, and welcome back to Building with David here on our Forever World. And today I have exited my Nether portal area because I have a special plan for today's video. I still haven't really built anything on the Nether roof, and so why not start now? Because while golden carrots are good, they eat up a bunch of my gold. And what I thought would be a better substitution for that is a hoglin farm. Hoglin farms are stupid easy to make, and they make a lot, and I mean a lot, of cooked pork chop. So I have everything gathered here, and of course we're going to be building a nice exterior around it, themed around a abandoned sort of Japanese-ish, modern-ish, but not really town, which is going to look pretty good, but I still have to plan that whole thing out, and I definitely... Oh, there's a block missing there. And I definitely want a sort of Japanese-ish town in the overworld as well, because with the overworld's lighting and not having to worry about spawning and whatever, it's going to be much cooler and much easier to build. But yeah, that's going to be for another time. For today's video, I really want to fix my food situation. So let's get into the Nether and build this farm. Alright, well, I have a feeling this video is going to be quite short. Indeed, I did build the farm. And I already gathered everything because incredibly, I almost had everything I needed right at home, except a couple of things that I had to get. But like, the others were just, get out of a chest or craft or stuff like that. And that's crazy, I've never had that happen before, but this is a sign that because I am advancing in the world, things are getting easier. So yeah, I think it's time to build our train station. I will build the train last. So first we're going to take a look at this thing without the train, and then I will talk about the train. This was a absolute pain to build because I had to spawn proof it, so it's basically all top slabs. Or sorry, bottom, no, wait, top slabs? No, bottom slabs, there we go. I'm sorry, my brain just died for a moment there, but it's okay. And yeah, so they're basically all just top slabs. Not top slabs, bro, bottom slabs. Goddamn. Okay. And even the entrance here is kind of scuffed, but it's okay. It's okay. It's gonna do pretty well. And if I do stay up there at my AFK platform and I AFK for a little bit, this thing is going to produce quite a bit of food. I just sat there for like 5 minutes, I guess, and this is all it did. Not the best, but I mean, it's much better than having to craft golden carrots and wasting my gold on them. So yeah, this is just gonna keep me fed for a long while. So let's get to building, guys. Here we are, guys. This is the train platform itself, and it was really fun and creative trying to get... I should put some blocks under the leaves so it's not so I don't know, but it was really fun to texture this, to transition between the brown and the gray and whatever, and also the benches. But yeah, it was really nice. It's meant to look abandoned, so that's why there's leaves, that's why there's nothing really. It's so abandoned because, they're not... Thank you, gas. The gas just interrupted my my speech, I guess. I also put buttons everywhere, so it's all unspawnable, or yeah, spawn proof. It looks pretty bad, but I had to do something. I had to do something. And so yeah, there is a one or a couple of blocks that are spawnable. Yeah, this one, and then another one a bit further this way here, because this is where the little train thing goes. It was a monorail I built quite a while ago, like last year in July or June, and I used it on a bigger build. I might chuck a screenshot on the screen if I remember during editing, but if I don't, then it is what it is. And yeah, this is gonna be the doorway when I build the train station, train stop itself, I guess, and that's gonna be very soon, just after I finish talking about it. And yeah, what else can I say? These are meant to be trash cans, and these are meant to be benches. We got some power lines going around because, we need some power. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Initially I had grass on this moss block and on the other moss blocks, but apparently that's spawnable because there wasn't any other block that could have been spawnable and it was still spawning. So yeah, I think it's time we build the actual train station, which I'm really happy with how it turned out. Let's go. And look at it, it is so, like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I'm so happy with how this came out. It's not necessarily that the build is so good because this side is pretty flat. There's gonna be something next to it probably, but it's the fact that it captures the vibe I was going for so well. Like, let me go into free cam a little bit to show you. Even though it's just a facade, the farm is sticking out of back like a sore thumb, but if I get more builds around it, it's gonna look better and more cohesive. But it just captures the feel of that, like, abandoned, old, Japanese-ish Asian style build that I was going for. And I'm a huge fan of using the targets to get some of that red kind of seeping into the white color of the roof. And yeah, it's just wow. Like, I'm really happy with how this turned out. And let's see a couple of things that I did. I used some signs to sort of break up the blocks and to have these black lines from the chiseled bookshelves, which looks amazing. I also used barrels and smokers to add some detail to the door. And as you can see, when you come in, you have to crouch down to get through the door, but that's fine. And then we have, I noticed that the farm wasn't built right. I didn't have the fences on top of the fungi. So actually, this isn't the rate of the farm. It should produce much more than that, but I'm gonna test it out soon enough. And yeah, for the windows, I used some dried kelp to have sort of these lines to separate the window design, even though it's not a real window at all, but that's fine. This side, as I said, it's pretty flat, but for the roof overhang thing, I used some grindstones instead of gates or stuff. I don't know, I just felt like it would work. I used 44 grindstones in this build, which is quite a lot if I do say so myself. I don't get how I hear that ghast so well, because it's under me, it can't be above me. And it just doesn't make sense how good I hear it. But yeah, let's get on top of the roof real quick. As you can see, the power line connects into a stair, but I mean, come on, that's just a small detail. I used some brewing stands and some gates to add these antennae kind of details onto the roof, which I'm pretty happy with how they turned out as well. Smokers and walls just to add different details and colors. But yeah, this is a very simple build. I use this like dual colored roof tiling to sort of help. And something I did notice from this side, if you look at it with the light of the torches, it's like the light shines on the roof and it really has the shading effect. That's not what I was going for actually, but it happened. And I'm really happy it happened because it looks absolutely amazing. And yeah, I gotta say, I'm really happy with this one. But to finish off today's video, I have probably my favorite part of this build, something that really stands out, which is the train. So let me build a train, and then I'll be back to show you guys the completed build. And the final part, oh, I just placed a fence. And the final part of today's video is done, and look at it. I had to elongate the wheels a little bit, it looks weird, I'm not gonna lie, but just look at this. I mean, it's an older build. As I said, I built it in July or June last year, I can't remember. I don't know, I just feel like it came out so well, and this is like the first vehicle I've ever tried to build. And I don't know, I really like it. I like the shading on the windshield, which is a blacked out windshield. I like all the mechanical bits I chucked on the side. Granted, some of these look weird, as opposed to how they were when they were debugged. But like, I can't use debug on survival, so it is what it is. But like, still, even without that, I don't know, I really enjoy the whole feel of the build, and the green really contrasts with the brown, reddish, earthy tones of the other part of the build, and like this teal blue really stands out in a very nice way in my opinion. I also used some glowstone. It was frog lights and different colored frog lights for the sea lanterns on the original build, but I changed them out because I really didn't want to have to get frog lights. That's gonna have to be a thing for a different video, because I do need a frog light farm, which is gonna probably be up here somewhere in the Nether, of course. But yeah, it's pretty big. It might be a bit out of scale, I'm not gonna lie, but like I feel like it's okay. You know, like this is supposed to be small, and you know, I guess maybe the electric poles are a bit out of scale or something. But I do think it's okay because trains are pretty big, right? Trains are pretty big, and it was originally supposed to be a monorail. As I said, it was part of a bigger cyberpunk build that I did, but I don't think it necessarily just fits into cyberpunk. I mean, it could just be a greenish train. Granted, it has lights and whatever, but like trains also have lights. So yeah, I was told that I should move my camera so much when presenting builds, but it's like one of my traits, you know, like that's it's kind of like a reflex at this point for me to just move around so much when I show the build. But yeah, different warp blocks, trapdoors, signs, just to add detail to the build, and I'm really happy with it. And overall, this whole build, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I was pretty skeptical of it at first, but it has grown on me, honestly. It has really grown on me, and I'm about to try it out if I'm gonna go AFK, and I'm gonna see how much food it actually produces. But yeah, with that, I think it should be time for me to end off today's video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. And of course, a special thanks to all of my VIP members who support me, which is not necessary, but it's greatly appreciated. And you guys are awesome. I don't know, the community is just a big part of why I keep doing this, because I always enjoy the comments, and even though I'm lazy and I procrastinate a lot on making videos, but that's a different story. Doesn't matter. The fact is that I'm gonna try and maybe post every 2 weeks if I can, but it's a really busy period, you know. School's hard, you need to study, academics, blah blah blah, boring stuff. Minecraft, that's what we want. Minecraft, brain rot. Just like to even shorten our attention spans further than they are already shortened. But it is what it is. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I was David. I'll see you guys on the next one.